Alrighty, hi everybody. So today we're talking about significant figures. First of all, I just want to draw home the idea that these rules can be found in the textbook on page 47 and 49. All right. Don't really look at page 48. Just don't do it. It gets confusing and we're not going to use those rules. Okay, so 47 and 49 of the textbook. But it boils down to this. When you're dealing with significant figures, whenever you're dealing with measurements, you have to rely on the precision of the tool. In other words, how small are the lines on the tool you're using? So if you're using a meter stick, it's going to be different than if you're using an odometer. An odometer will go out to the 1/10 of a mile usually, which is still like 500 feet. If we're dealing with a meter stick, it'll go down to the millimeter. Right? So here we have grams that are measured on two different devices. One is more precise because it goes out to more digits, right? It's the second measurement goes out to the hundredths place. So it is considered to be a more precise tool. So all you're going to do is do your regular addition just like you normally would, just like this. And then for addition and subtraction, the rule is to keep the digit in the rightmost shared column. So that's this column right here, because that's the rightmost that's being shared. So we're going to keep that digit definitely. And we're going to use the next spot to round the kept digit. So since 3 is below 5, we're going to keep that as a 1. So our answer is going to be 27.1 grams. Okay, and that's because this number right here comes from a measurement that we don't know what this last spot would be, right? Maybe it's a small digit like a 2, a 3, or a 4, or maybe this was actually 25.09 and it rounded up to a 1. So because we don't know what that digit is, we can't report it as definitely being known. So we have to use the rightmost shared column for addition. Let's see how this works with subtraction. Well, with subtraction, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to subtract out, so we get 7 here, we get a 9, we get a 2, 8, and that was taken, so 2. Okay, there's our answer that would come out of the calculator, right? We have to keep the rightmost shared column. That's this column right here. Okay, so I know I'm going to keep that spot. The question is, what does that last digit become? So that 9 is going to round that 2. It's going to round it up. So our answer is going to be 2.83, and that unit is meters. Okay, so there's our answer. All right, cool. Okay, with multiplying and dividing, you have to use the amount of sig figs that is in your least precise measurement. So here, we're not even measuring the same thing. We've got density over here, so somehow we have 2.4 grams per ml. Maybe that's reported to us. Maybe that's observed. And over here, we have 15.82 ml. So this 15.82 is a more precise number because it goes out to more decimal places, right? And the idea is now we have to use the least precise number, the least precise value, to determine our answer. So this math was already done for us, right? Our mLs would cancel. And so when we do that, we have to say, all right, well, here we have 2 significant digits, and here we have 4 significant digits. So our answer can only have 2 significant digits because that's the least precise value we have. So we're going to say, all right, we're going to keep these 2 definitely, and then this next digit is going to round and tell us how this works out. So because that's a 9, it's going to round that 7 up. So our answer is going to become 38. And that's going to be grams. And there's our answer. Okay? Same rule with division. Here we've got our division already done for us. We have 3.05 grams and 8.47 ml. So here we have 1, 2, 3 significant figures on top. On the bottom, we have 1, 2, 3 significant figures on the bottom. So our answer can only have 3 significant figures. 1, 2, 3. We use the next digit, the 0, to round. So because it's a 0 and a 0, they're going to stay the same. And so this answer is going to become 0.360, and that's grams per ml. All right. So to kind of summarize here, so when adding and subtracting, you're going to keep the rightmost shared column and use the next digit to round. When you are multiplying and dividing, you're going to keep as many significant figures as the least precise unit value given, in this case 2.4, and use the next digit to round.